We have finally finished painting this wall. Don't look over the other side. This is all finished. And then we also installed my plants that I got. So I've got some Boston ferns hanging up there. They're not permanently going to stay out there. I just hung them up just to see what they look like. But obviously the colour behind us, I have picked, it is called Shetland Lace. And I've done this Shetland Lace here. And then on here, I've done a half. So Shetland Lace and then Shetland Lace half. I wanted to put a little bit of warmth in there, so that's why it has a bit of a touch of pink. And also because we have a lot of timber in this area, I wanted to kind of go with that warm kind of feel. I wanted to stay away from your yellows and your greys, but I also wanted a more neutral but with a touch of warmth in it. Nothing too crazy, but I'm actually really glad how it turned out. This was kind of like an accidental happy plan, because at first I didn't have these in mind, the framing around it. That was my husband's idea, which I think worked out really well. And I was kind of umming and ahhing about the colour, if I wanted to do a lime wash effect, just to kind of go with the texture with the plywood that's on there. But I kind of had a bit of a play around on some of them, and I actually thought, let's make it kind of pop just a little bit. Instead of just one colour, I was like, let's do a different colour. So I was either making a decision if this was going to be the lighter and this to the dark, but I've done the darker to the light. Now it doesn't pop out crazily. It does a fair bit over in the corner here behind me, just because it's in that darky, shadowy area. But I'm really pleased how it turned out. It was a lot of painting, a lot of, up and down the ladder, mainly from my husband, but I'm actually really happy with the result. And I love my plants. I'll have to get some proper boxes to kind of sit them in, because they're just loose up there at the moment, and I might have another little play around of positioning, but that's a lot of money for expensive plants, for fake plants, sorry. I think real plants, I would love real plants up there, but because of the electrical, I didn't want to take the risk of them getting wet when I need to water them, and also getting up there to water them. So just had to go fake. But I've had someone come in and they go, oh, are they real? So there we go. They look real. I know that they're fake, and you can't touch them, and they're quite far up, so you don't know if they're real or fake, not unless I tell you. So overall, I'm really happy with how everything has turned out. Next step, this wall. Another exciting thing, and not so exciting for others, but we got all the waterproofing done for the bathroom. So the next step is tiling. I'm going to be absolutely jammed packed for the next couple of months leading up to Christmas for all my workshops, which start tomorrow on my Christmas one. So I'm in here doing the prep for tomorrow. I've also opened the kiln to cool down. They're still cooling down a bit. There's a glaze firing, some cheese platters and some dip bowls. And I've also just got a couple of little Christmas ornaments in there as well. Tomorrow I have 2 workshops back to back. I've got a mug plus ornaments, so all in one workshop you get to make 1 mug and 6 ornaments, tree ornaments, and then after that I have just an ornament workshop where you can make 12 ornaments for your Christmas tree. So that has started. Christmas, I know, crazy, it's right around the corner. Oh, that's hot. Oh, ouch. Might have to get gloves for this one. And I've also just started another program which goes for 12 weeks. I did it last year for an NDIS workshop, which is NDIS company out at Singleton today. So every Wednesday I'm going to be running one every morning all the way up till pretty much Christmas, mid-December, where it's literally just around the corner, like 6 minutes, which is really good. And so NDIS are working with people with disabilities, and and they're helpers. So I go there once a week, running an hour workshop of making just clay making, and they made a whole bunch of planter pots on Wednesday. So that's another extra little gig I've got there. And then my 10th birthday party, I've got a whole bunch of mugs from a private workshop. Yeah, so I want to unpack this, get it into their box because they're picking it up tomorrow. And I've got a whole other bunch of platters and stuff that I need to kind of get rid of to make some more room. And I just can't wait to get in my studio because I'm running out of space. So it'd be good once I'm down there. My husband's going to build me a whole bunch of just shelves for all the work to go on, so it's out of the way. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'll unpack this, still a little bit warm. I put it on a little bit later than usual, so it's taken about almost 2 days before I can really unpack it. So far, it's looking good. Might be, oh no, that one's split. Oh no. Oh, that's probably my biggest one ever. That is huge. Look at that split. Can't fix that one, unfortunately. It might have got stuck a little bit on the kiln, so it couldn't shrink. So it restricted it from shrinking, and big crack. Again, I do not know what happens when it goes in the kiln because it was on the shelf with other work and they all turned out fine. Look at this one. This one's cute. I liked how this one, it's a little bird. How cute is that with your little eye? Just got some beautiful patterns on there. All the rest turned out really well. Love the pattern on that and the glaze. Really nice. And all their little matching little dip bowls. And then I had a couple of just Christmas ornaments because again, I have my workshop tomorrow, so I wanted to have some little demo pieces on the table. Last weekend, I officially started my first Christmas themed workshop. So it was a back-to-back on Saturday. I did you could make 1 mug and then 6 Christmas ornaments. And then the one after that was a whole Christmas ornament. So you can make 12 of them. And because of school holidays, I had a couple of kids attend and they made some really goodies. The good thing about the ornaments is that they dry really quick. So I can actually get them fired and done within like 2 or 3 weeks compared to like my mugs or platters. I have to wait for a little bit longer, and because it is warming up here, I do have to make sure that they're not drying too quick because that can cause cracks. But because ornaments are, you know, quite small, I don't worry about it too much. But the thing is that so I'm letting these mugs dry here at the moment, but the handles are starting to crack. And I've had trouble with this clay before. I won't mention it just because I'm just not liking it. It's a beautiful clay. It's a white speckled clay. And I'm actually just ordered some new clay from a new place all the way over in Western Australia. A guy over there that makes his own clay, and he does a really nice white speckled mid-fire clay as well. So I'm actually going to try him out because I usually get my clay from Keen's, but they always sell out so quickly. And I just feel like it just changes every time. Sometimes the clay is too wet or too dry, it cracks, I have problems with it, so I'm just going to try a different supplier. I am going to make some Christmas ornaments here because next weekend I have my 3D workshop and then another back-to-back next weekend. This weekend I have a private workshop which is literally just around the corner. I can walk there. I walk past the house all the time, so that's quite nice. And they're doing just ornaments as well. Couple of things that have been going down in the workshop, and I'll show you what's been going on. It just started today. So as you know, we've finished painting 2 of the walls, and now we need to figure out painting the next wall. And we need to obviously plaster that to get that ready to paint this wall. And so I've had a plaster in here. filling up all our beautiful gaps that we made. And it's looking good. How good is that? So today and tomorrow. They just make it look so easy. Like I was looking at YouTube videos, I'm like, they make it look so easy. And I'm like, I don't think I could. I think, yeah, leave it to the professionals. But I am still going to tile. So we need to get the waterproofing signed off. We've done that. And then we need to stop eating the plasterboard. And then we need to get DA to come over and sign it off to get it all approved. And then I can do the tiling and then figure out what colour paint I'm going to do in here. And also I can start thinking about, you know, decorating the bathroom, making it look nice. I'm really excited. And then this is all going to be painted black. And another little surprise that I might do on this wall as well, but it might not be till next year. We'll see. Huxley, stop eating the plasterboard. Acting like a puppy again, you old man. So for the rest of the year, I think my studio is just going to be so full of ornaments. This is just from one workshop. One workshop, and I think I've got 3 more, and then all these ornaments in here. Some bowls from my NDIS workshop, some mugs in here that are drying, but I might have to fix them because some of the handles cracked. And yeah, it's just going to be ornaments galore. We're also doing some stuff at the back on our decks. They needed some sanding and re-oiling because the sun just absolutely just smashed them. So I've done the bottom deck. It's looking a lot nicer. Husband over there. So he had to sand all this and re-oil it. It's looking so much better. It was looking grey and the timber was splitting, so he had to do a really good. Look at those beautiful flowers. There's flowers coming out. But yes, the deck looks a lot better. And then he's over here sanding our top deck. It's been over a year since we laid all this down. Hey, some fresh oil. And then hopefully once the vines grow, very slowly, up, they can cast some nice shade over the top. Then we've got another one over here, but that's going to be a while. This one over here, this one was looking a bit sad. We had to fix this one because we thought it was going to die. But it's flowering and it's getting a lot thicker up the top. And my smashed door, that was my fault, unfortunately. My husband was whippersnipping and I left some of my things on the grass there and it flicked up and smashed the window. Some beautiful mugs coming out of this kiln. This is from a private workshop that I did out at Nelson's Bay, which is about an hour away. Oh, focus. No, that's not going to help. There you go, one at a time. Beautiful little pieces. It's crazy how, so the difference. This, you can see the two difference of the glazes, even though it's the same. This one was on the top of the kiln. Oh, so this one was on the top of the kiln. You can see it's not as, like the orange doesn't come through as much. Top of the kiln. And then these ones or at the bottom, you can see how much more orange has popped through. Hey, all just because of the placement of where they are in the kiln. Crazy, but I'm really happy with how these turned out. I really like how the orange, I prefer the orange coming through more from the clay. Yeah, I like that kind of look instead of more of a, I guess, milky. I like more of the speckles kind of coming through. It looks a bit more rustic. Yeah, that one's really come through at the top there. That rust kind of look, which I really like. New beginnings, it says. That's cute. A couple of things on here. Life's a beach. And she wrote, have a whale of a time. Oh, that's cute. It's got some waves on it. Life's a beach. And then, yeah, have a whale of a time. That's cute. I like that. So now I have a whole bunch of kids stuff here. My daughter has also put some stuff in here that she made for her friends that she wants to give for Christmas. Very cute. Oh, these turned out cute. These are from a 10th birthday party. So they got a choice to either make a mug or like little trinket trays. And some of them made a mug and some of them made like a little tray. Let's see what we've got. And they look like they all survived. The little girl wanted me to fire these. So she's got like Bob and has a smiley face. That's cute. And then a little daisy. That's cute. It was all girls. Yeah, we'll do little love hearts. Very cute. Little trinket trays. They can put their jewelry in. Oh, here are all the mugs. These are cute. All right, so we have, what do we got? Mugs with handles. Again, these are 10-year-olds that have made these. I try to not give them too much help. I guide them on what needs to be done, make sure that the thickness is, right, and make sure our handles are attached on properly. I mean, they're not going to be perfect, but you could still have a little, cup of tea in them. Their handle's practical. Oh, that's cute. That's a good little shape, that one there with the handle. And the handles have survived. It's always the handles are always the first one to go when it comes to mugs. A little platter there. That's cute. Little bowl. Another mug. I mean, it's an odd shape, but you could put your jewelry in that. That's cute. I think I did a great job. Oh, a love heart shaped one. Love heart shaped mug. Handle. I think that's that one done. Yeah, sweet. All right, now I'm going to pack for a bisque.